Hi there, my name is Pastor Breen, and I am the pastor of Tri-Saints Lutheran Parish in Byron and Hardy, Nebraska, and I'm returning to you with week 3 of our Lenten prayer practices from our Lenten Prayer Journey book. So it's week 3, and our third week of prayer practices is Intercession. Intercession is a practice where we pray for someone or something else besides ourselves. So it could be a situation in the world, or just a regular situation, or somebody or something for which you need to intercede to God to ask for help. Now on this page, you'll see there's a whole bunch of different shapes, and our suggestion is that you use the praying in color prayer practice that we've used several times before. This prayer practice comes to us from Sybil Macbeth. Here's her book. I highly suggest that you get this book. It's a really wonderful way to learn how to pray while moving your pencil. And when we do it, you can just put names or situations or things into these different shapes, and then we think of a symbol that goes with each of those people or situations, and we pray in color. So this is what I did this week. I started out with the prayer list at our church. So you can see Linda right here. Linda just had knee surgery, and I know that during therapy for knee surgery, you have to get to a certain angle before they think that you've done what you need to do. So when I think of angles, I think of triangles. So I made triangles all the way around her name as I prayed for her. And then Doyle recently had ankle surgery, and I think one thing he'd really like to do is to be able to move his toes in a circle again. So I surrounded it with growing green circles. Marlon recently had heart surgery, and we'd like his heart to recover, so I prayed for him and did hearts. Marcella is someone who's stuck in her house right now because of the situation in the world, so I made windows out of squares and then put some bars in those windows because she's feeling kind of cooped up, that she could feel better about that. And then I thought of some people in my own life. So here's George. George is a retired nurse who is currently furiously sewing, working on masks for healthcare workers, and so I did surgical green squares, just like those masks will be. I've really always appreciated teachers, but I especially appreciate them now, so I thought we should pray for our teachers who are trying to figure out how to do school online with the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. And then whenever I think of healing, when I do praying in color, I always think of the Red Cross. So here's for our healthcare workers and some red crosses right there. And then I have a few that are left over, so I have some more time that I can pray for some other people during this week as well. So that's all that prayer practice is. You just put a name or a situation into one of those boxes. You think of a symbol that might represent them, and then just surround that person, place, or thing in prayer. Now, if you're not terribly artistic or don't want to do all the fancy symbols and stuff, you can always do just dots and squiggles and lines, or you could fill that entire page full of words. You could use the name of the person and then some words to describe that person or words to describe what that person might need. So I hope that God blesses you and continues to bless you in your Lenten journey as you dive deep into the practice of intercession through praying in color. I'll see you next week.